Alright. Happy Friday, everyone. I am going it alone this Friday. Diz couldn't make it, so I thought we would just kind of switch things up a bit and play something different. This is HighFleet. I think I've played it one stream a long time ago, but, well, we'll see how it goes. Oh, I need to fix this real quick. There we go. Okay. Better. Now I'll actually see the chat. So, for this particular thing, I have the dithering off, because it helps with the bitrate and making things look reasonable. Normally I play with dithering on. I have the glitches at low rather than at high, so that all seems reasonable. There's no options for making the UI larger, it seems like, so we're just going to have to deal with it. But what we're going to do is we're going to start a new game, not including the prologue, and we're going to see how it goes. I have a decent bonus running on this particular save file. 55,418, which is not too bad. That lets us grab some fairly good ships as well. By the grace of God, we, Karim Shah II, Emperor of the Romani, Great Duke of the lands of Horan, Monarch of Sihem and Gerat, most graciously grant the title of Targon of the Fleet to Grand Duke Mark Sayati Salemsky, granting him command over the ships in the Imperial Fleet at his sole discretion. The number, which shall be in accordance with his title. May God grant him the wisdom to use the power which he has been entrusted for the good and honor of the Romani. Issued in the city of Salem, 9th month, year 214 of the dynasty, written by His Imperial Majesty's own hand. We are designated codename Papa with access level 2. I think I've beaten this game once. It's tough. It's a lot tougher than it seems. We're going to skip the hints. I have a fairly nice, slightly improved version of the Intrepid here. It's fast, it's light, it has good range, and it still has 2 missiles on it. And it even has slightly improved landing gear as compared to the standard Intrepid. You can see I played around with this one right here. The Mark II CH is what I called it. It has a little extra armor on the sides, you can see there. But unfortunately, that extra armor slows it down and reduces its range pretty significantly. So we're going to grab 4 of those, and then we're going to need a tanker as well, probably a Skylark. This tanker is good, but it's slower than the Intrepids, so we need something that can go faster so that anything goes at the slowest rate. And we've already spent most of our cash too. So anyway, let's give this a shot. Here we are in Days away from departing for Kiva to begin our offensive, strange Ilaim. Ilaim are desert folk, indigenous people of Gerat. They were conquered by the Romani Empire. The Ilaim approaches me. He cannot endure the open air, so they hide their faces. Very Dune kind of thing. People begin to whisper. They call him Al-Sahir and treat him with particular reverence. Daoud had questioned him. That's the admiral who's the commander of the 1st Squadron and my superior. He tried to get him to talk about the people who came with him on the Sevastopol, that's our main ship, but he apparently didn't get very far. This LAM convinced the crew of the Sevastopol to take the ship to And that is all we know about him. I cannot imagine what he did to convince them, but in doing this he earned our gratitude. Eternal gratitude. Without this cruiser on our side, the Kiva offensive would be impossible. So he wants to speak with us. Our worldview is set to +1 Romani to begin with, and everything else is, middle. Everybody's got 2 stars at this point, and that's our fleet. The first time I ever heard his voice, the mask muffled it so much I couldn't discern his age. I know you hope the Tarkans of Gerat will support you against Kiva. The infamous Omar Khan has found refuge to the northwest of and he can be a loyal ally. Give him this. He gives me a small, delicate pot and boughs and leaves. Now, the honorable thing to do would be to entrust it to security and leave it closed, but we can actually look inside. Strange ointment. Smell is strong and heavy, but pleasant. So Tarkhan has found refuge northwest. Seek him out. There's a tutorial for how the mission works. It's basically a rather... It's procedurally generated, all these different cities. Our goal is to get to Kiva and capture the reactor. And as you can see, we have a long way to go. There are multiple different types of enemy fleets that will be hunting us. And he said far northwest of so it's probably going to be either Suva or Zoba where we're going to get our first Tarkhan. So we'll start here with some supplies. We'll just get what we can and see how much we can load up in the time being. You notice that the Intrepid 2C has these little extra chassis parts down here to make it a little bit stronger in landing. I was having trouble with if you remove them, it can like land on little wheels, like the Skylark, like this, but it's kind of heavy for them. So adding those two kind of made it a little bit easier to land, give me an extra couple of meters per second. The first thing I always do with this is this. You see these warheads? These have nuclear warheads. Nuclear warheads are a problem. Because if we use nuclear warheads, they'll use nuclear warheads on us. So I always remove those and sell them. They're worth some cash. And one of our first things to do will be to find some conventional missiles that will hopefully let us rearm that way. So here we are at Rare modules is a good way to get missiles and stuff. We have to refuel. That takes time. The thing you got to be careful about is that eventually people will start to threaten you wherever you're landed in a city. It's a rather strange mechanic because the people never get undangerous, but that's just the way the game goes. So our first goal is to get as much fuel as we possibly can. Yeah, you see the dangerous thing there? We spent too much time here. Sooner or later someone's going to send a message to the governor, the ruler of Kiva. I guess we'll just let that little bit of extra fuel get consumed, and then we need to start moving. I think Samra is probably the place to go first to load up on some better equipment. So, that red circle is their detection range. I usually, in planning an attack, draw a circle out at about 400 kilometers, or a little less, which matches the outer rim of the circle. And then I find a place a little out of the way, maybe 150 kilometers. Because if we land 150 kilometers off of the route, that's often far enough to avoid detection by anybody who is trying to find us. And so, with those things figured out, off we go. Notice that our radar range goes up when we are in the air as compared to being on the ground. And if we zoom in, we can kind of see ourselves flying. Fuel is very, very precious in this game. You use a lot of it, So maybe precious isn't the right word. But you also generally can't carry too much of it either. So it's about noon. We want to wait for nightfall. Which is about 7 p.m. Alright. Now that the sun has set, we can make our first strike. 2 of the Intrepids and a Skylark.
Orders confirmed. We are headed to the objective now. Come back in one piece.
And us just behind. He'll ask us to repair strike groups, but we already did. We have 3 enemies.
Missile launched.
2 missiles.
Target destroyed.
That's 1 down.
Missile away. Kill confirmed.
2 down.
Target destroyed.
3 down. The early enemy stuff are usually not that bad. There could be survivors. If we don't save them, people will talk. Salvage something valuable and sell it is the other thing that we can do. Act quickly, the fire is spreading and will consume the wreckage. Some of the things you find may be too dangerous. Alright, let's see here. I don't see anything about the survivors. There's a D80 mullet here. We can probably only do 1 of these 3. Oh, there's a Zenith over there. Okay, we'll get the mullet because it's worth a lot of money. Okay, there's that. Probably the ammunition. Followed by the crew cabins and a ship missile. And then I guess we can do the radio room as well.
Mission complete. We are clearing the formation.
Alright.
Fire reverse thrusters. Beginning final approach.
Notice that there is still some glitching in the screens, so even with it turned off, it still glitches out a bit. It's designed to kind of have that kind of aesthetic, the broken old technology aesthetic, and it does a pretty good job.
Touchdown confirmed.
There's touchdown.
Success. Thanks for your hard work.
If you position your ships well during landing, they can accelerate repairs. One of the Ilaims escorting your squadron has challenged you to single combat. Invoked Dawat, the right of the duel. Once a way to rise through the ranks, the Dawat is now a matter of honor. Many Garatans still observe this tradition. Alright, accept the challenge. He's a skilled fencer. My sword slices, or his sword slices through my shoulder. I yield. I'm wounded. I cannot deploy the Sevastopol. Interesting. Very minor damage to that. An hour to fix it. Sell the extra mullet. Purchase some zeniths. And as you can see here, there's 8 KH-15s here that we can purchase. We'll just do 4 for the time being. Yeah, they have some expensive stuff here. One of the things that it actually kind of behooves you to do is buy some extra hull and armor parts. Because they're pretty cheap. And if you can't get them at the place where you're landed, you can't do the repairs or replace them. So, ooh, no, I don't want that. Fortunately, buying and selling stuff doesn't have any losses to it, so that's not too bad. In addition to fixing up that Intrepid, we'll go over to the Sevastopol and we'll arm it with 2 of these missiles. You gotta be a little bit careful with how the there's like a lock-in click there that you gotta wait for. And I usually call this like the Sevastopol conventional. Then we'll want supplies. Wow, we went through 6,000 tons of fuel making that jump, pretty much. That's crazy. You can see there's a fuel storage here. And that's where we're probably going to aim next. Oh, the other thing about supplies. I don't know how to use this stuff very well. There's special ammunition. So, and they come in different calibers too, so you actually have to know what you're buying. So like these are 130mm cannons. So if I want to buy special ammo for them, I need 130mm. Wow, that's expensive. Oh, and it does tell you what it's suitable for, which is kind of nice. But we'll grab those, even though we probably won't really use them. And maybe some armor piercing. Not that much of it, though. Maybe 20. And there's no one else here. I can't move for 24 hours because of the wound. Fortunately, 24 hours is usually enough time that you don't get tattled on. But I guess I may as well pick up some more fuel while I'm here. Apparently the fuel is all, like, compressed liquefied methane, which... Oh, there's our first radio signal. There we go. So, one thing that's worth noting about this game is that the enemies use code names. Which means that you actually kind of need to mark them down. Because Dunay is probably the name of an enemy group, a call sign. And Procyon is probably the name of a city. So hold on a second here. Okay, so we have a group named Dunay. I'm using the wrong pen. And then Procyon's probably the name of the city. Arriving in 8 hours, flying east. Require turbine oil, if you can supply it. So that, flying east from Kash, That means that we have a group flying from Kosh to Nimrud, probably. And that is a merchant group, probably. But that's too far away for us to do much about, unfortunately, so we're just going to have to kind of leave them alone. But the good thing about marking down these names is that later on we're going to have to decrypt stuff, and if you have a list of these names, you can use those names to help you decrypt things. So hopefully this works out well for us. There we go. All right. We're almost done fueling. We still have to sit here for another 10 hours. Five hours. It's dangerous now. Okay, we can move. I think let's head to Engedi. Although, probably we should go to Deir. And then Suva, and then Zoba. That's probably the better thing to do. And then somewhere like there. Only we don't really need to, because we're going to be way far off of the lanes anyway, so we can actually just kind of go like right here. You can actually change your overall thrust levels, which is a little strange, because there's usually not much of a reason for you to try to go slower than you can. I don't think you like save a lot of fuel or anything. So it's about 2 p.m. We need to wait for the sun to set, and then we can attack Deir. Alright, the sun is set.
Roger that. Godspeed.
Another 3.
Missile away. Missile launched. Kill confirmed.
1 down.
Target destroyed. Kill confirmed.
Alright. Whew, took all 3 out without too much damage. Alright. The fuel tanks are first. Good start. Do the mullet next. Then the hull. Repair parts help make cheaper repairs, which is very nice, actually. I mean, I think we can get both of these. Yes.
We're clear to
a good start.
Fire reverse thrusters. Beginning final approach. 500 meters. 300 meters. 100 meters. Throwing it ready.
Come on, slow down.
Touchdown confirmed. Success. Thanks for your hard work.
A dozen colorful tents dot the sand. A visiting caravan. The caravan leader invites you into his tent and shares his deepest concerns. The stars that guide us are disappearing. I refuse to believe it at first, but the Star of the East, Al Jarmi, has not been in the sky for a month. The charts I bought in Meshed are useless without that star. These are the end times. Ask about hidden cities. Hidden in a tent, away from prying eyes, tells of a hidden city to the east of here. That's unfortunate, but there it is. Repairs done in 2 hours. See if there's anything worth buying, but there's probably not. Need supplies. Oh, this is a fuel storage, so I should max it out. To the east of here, huh? I have never found a hidden city. Just today I looked it up, and apparently you can't actually see them in radar unless you're using sector search. Which is not something that they tell you in the game. Oh well. Incoming radio signal. Zircon and Dunay. ETA 7 hours, going at speed 120, refuel required on So he's in Nimrud. And he's going to a different city than well, who knows where he's going. Anyway, we're not heading that direction, so unfortunately we can't take advantage of him yet. Alright. Sounds good. Let's move on Suva. Alright, nightfall. I try to switch around which intrepids go because ships do actually gain levels in this game.
Roger that. Good luck.
Alright, this one we've only got two courageouses to deal with.
Missile away.
down with no losses on my side except for those missiles. All right. These two A37s both have dangerous environments. Let's do the crew cabins. A bronze icon. Let's do the fuel tanks. And crew protection. But we don't make it. That's unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Beginning final approach. Fire reverse thrusters. 500 meters. 300 meters. 100 meters. Everyone get ready. Touchdown confirmed. Landing complete.
Okay. Is the Tarkon here? That is a negative. Do we not have... Oh, the Sevastopol's not here yet, so we don't have the missiles with us. There we go. Yeah, so far so good. I guess I landed the wrong one? Whatever. One of the major problems that you can have in this game is running out of cash. Alright, we're gassed up. And off we go. You can see the roads and stuff, that's kind of neat. That's not what I... You can see that we're flying over just a big empty desert. Sun setting. You notice that your view distance drops at night as well. Now we can just chill here, because it would take a few hours to fly there and we don't want to worry too much. But we'll aim to take on Zoba tomorrow night, you know, in game. Here we are.
Roger that. Godspeed.
not bad. Okay, next up. Nothing too dangerous. Probably can take the 2A37. Maybe not. Nope, there we go. Just barely got it. Two survivors rescued.
Fire reverse thrusters. Beginning final approach. 500 meters. 300 meters. 100 meters. Everyone get ready.
Come on. As long as it does this. If you can get over two of them,
Touchdown confirmed.
you can get both bonuses.
Landing complete.
Do those repairs to start. Sell off our extra goodies.
Objective complete. We're rejoining formation. Welcome back.
Alright, good. We can get more supplies now. 4,000 tons is probably enough. That's a lot of methane. Notice that the Tarkin spawns somewhere else every time you click in and out. But here's our first Tarkin. And this is an easy one. A group from the ship approaches, dressed in military uniforms, are not armed. Here is Omar Khan, a tall Eliam. His face is open to the elements, and a sword shows its hilt from behind his back, signs of a man of noble birth. Let's try glory to Garrot and welcome. Proud I am, yeah. Peace be upon you, son of Sayadi. I am Omar Khan. Now, it doesn't actually matter that we picked the right thing, because there is something I must give you first. And whatever it is, some kind of ointment, he does know that it's important. His voice is shaking imperceptibly. He is incredibly excited. And we get 2 automatic points with them. I'm looking for allies to wage war on Kiva. Will you join us? When he realizes this is it, he responds. It will be an honor. Do you know other Tarkans? Tarkans became outlaws after the Kievan Revolution, but there are rumors of a Tarkan living far to the northeast. And we have him. We get a Paladin Mark II, which is... it's a missile boat. And so what we're actually going to do with it is strip off all those delicious missiles. You gotta be really careful peeling missiles off of things. Peeling missiles off is free time-wise, but if you accidentally click the substructure, that takes time. But the thing about this ship is that it's really only good for, shooting a bunch of missiles. Like, it's got these little 37mm cannons, and then it's got the 180mm large caliber twin cannon, which just loads really, really slowly. And so, we're going to sell it, which is good for 34 grand, so good for us. Do you... Oh, okay. It needed some stuff. You notice all the parts show up in their inventory. 1,000 hull parts. Alright. But that will keep us in cash for the time being. Want to fuel up carefully. Okay, fueled up. Now, Shinar, right there, is a place where you can purchase reinforcements, mercenary ships, but we don't have enough cash, and we don't really have a need for mercenaries. None of the mercenaries are going to be as good as my Intrepid Mark IICs. Unless I go for something that does something else, like what? like ECM or something like that. But we're not worrying about that right now. So our next target is Haran. Yeah, somewhere like there is probably fine. Off we go. They can't quite make it, even with the Skylark. Three-hour flight? Yeah, they'll make it just in the... They'll make it before dawn.
Roger that. Godspeed.
A Slogger and a Courageous. Alright.
Missile away. The enemy has been destroyed. Missile launched.
Nope, nope, nope.
Kill confirmed.
Done. Alright. Let's get this Molot. That's one. We'll get this Fab. 2A37. And then the fuel tanks.
Beginning final approach. High reverse thrusters.
If you look up at the corner, you see that
100 meters.
like I'm using up
300
significant amounts of fuel just to slow this thing down on the way to the ground, which is kind of ridiculous.
100 meters. Everyone get ready. Touchdown confirmed.
Fuel consumption in this game is a little ridiculous.
Success. Thanks for your hard work.
A dozen colorful tents again. Life is too tough these days. We used to move at night to stay safe away from the clans and their ships, but now our caravans are disappearing in the dead of night. We thought it was pirates, went to pay the ransom, but they knew nothing of our caravans. Something is amiss in the desert, the end times are nigh. Ask about hidden cities. Southeast. Well, that's not gonna happen. We don't have the missiles yet. But we can sell this material and get ourselves some nice, delicious cash. We've captured a troposcatter communication station. It will supply us with intel. So that's going to tell us where... So there's an aircraft carrier group there and another aircraft carrier group there. They have ranges of about 2,000 kilometers. And so we want to avoid detection by them if at all possible. Okay. Main group is landed. Probably 6,000 is about all we can do. The intel kind of heals over time. So if we're lucky, we'll get another point and get another attack group unlocked. Incoming radio. Fomalhaut. Heading south-southeast from Uz. Oh, that's going to be good. So we've got the city name, which is Fomalhaut. Which is likely where we're at right now. Haran. Because they're heading south-southeast from Uz, which is here. And Vetter. And that's a cargo group. And we're going to see if we can get them. Get another attack group.
Attention, new
There they
target
are.
on the radar.
Intrepid Skylark. And off they go.
Confirm we are headed to the objective now. Come back in one piece.
So they sent a warning, but all they are is a prize ship. We'll just take them. You don't have to fight the prize ship, and in fact you should try to avoid fighting the prize ship. It can have missiles and stuff, but it won't fight back if it's alone. This is excellent. We'll have them fly back. And we get some cash for it, which we'll spend on part of on some more. Oh, it's dangerous here too, huh? Shoot. Okay, let's sell the rest of that fuel back. Because we need to get out of here. We'll get one trade information. He's going in the wrong direction, but let's think here for a minute. Aircraft, nuclear missile carriers. Next target is far northeast of Zoba, which is probably Kuwa. Let's aim for Kuwa next. We're going to need to turn off sector search. We're going to need to set this up. Probably about 400 meters. Or kilometers, I mean. And we'll lengthen this one out a little bit. city, and there's another city. Dunay is... We know Dunay. We took out Vetter. Expect in less than an hour. Speed 120 will arrive in approximately less than an hour. ETA less than an hour. Average speed 120. Refuel required on arrival. Okay, we don't know for sure what city that is. They don't say what direction they're headed. But since an alarm was raised, they might be a strike group headed our way. So we're going to take no chances. We're going to turn off our radar. We're going to continue flying in this direction.
Warning, radar emission detected.
There it is. Electronic intelligence says that there's enemy radar here. We need to avoid being seen by them. So I'm going to back even further off of the beaten path. And actually, I'm just gonna set down like right here. I hope they don't see us. Tarek is another group name. Probably a strike group. Yeah. And now we're on the ground, which makes this much harder to detect as long as our radar is not turned on. What I'll do is what'll happen is they'll probably sit in a city for a day and then move on the next day and reach Haran. They might be at Kua, or they might be even further away. Elend has a really long range, surprisingly. The reason I turned off my radar is that usually the enemies also have Elend, and they could trace you if you are outputting radar. Here we go. Ooh, look at that signal strength. They're close. And they're encoding. Look for the radio room, find keys to their code, leave all encryption materials here. I think we have this for the cipher key. A 24 to start. So let's try that. So hypothetically, it's a call sign, or it's a destination that calls, that starts with... No, but none of these... I think that's too old. I think it's too old. And it can't be Tarek, or Dunay, or Vetter. They have too many letters. It could be Zircon. Can't be Zircon. Procyon? No, it can't be Procyon either. Let's see if I can make this work. No, that doesn't work either. Oh, I think we may have found something. Maybe the 24 does work. Average speed. Come on. There it is. Al-Qaid is a city name. And then Yenisei is a group name. Average speed 90, heading north, urgently require brass tube. That's probably a cargo group. In fact, Werewolf is a transport group. We know that much. Emir, Ozone, and Bedouin. All right. Very good. We have solved the cipher. Calm down, game. Where am I? Here I am. That one looks like it's coming from Kua. Heading north urgently, so they're headed to Kem. And so Al-Qaid is likely Kemha. But we're still grounded. Oh, he's moving away. Antares. Dune. Antares is another city. Now this one might be coming from Kirioth or maybe even Zemaraim. It's a long way off. Someone's moving north-northwest, which means that Antares could be Yori. Question mark. Okay, we have taken care of the danger. It must have just gone away from us, which is a little bit worrisome. Quartz and Tarek. Arrival in 14 hours, speed 90, course unknown. Interesting. So we don't know what city Quartz is, because we don't know what course he's taking. Let's erase some of this extra goofiness off of the map. Tourmaline. That is a transport group. No, that's Argon. Tourmaline is a city. Zimrud Isa Zemare Mare. Whew. But we can't make it to Nimrud, unfortunately. We don't have enough fuel.
Warning, radar emission detected.
Oh, they're coming in for us again. Five, 4. They must have landed in Kua again. Damn, that sucks. That wastes another day. Come on. Another damped radio signal. Antares will arrive in 12 hours, course north-northeast, Yenisei. And we do think Antares is Yori. Of course, north-northeast would make sense. And Yenisei is another cargo group. If we weren't stuck here with LN3, we could go after them, but we really just are kind of stuck. If we lift off, they'll catch us on radar. And then we'll be in real trouble. God dang it. Al-Qaid. Okay, there's Werewolf speaking. They're a transport group. Al-Qaid is Kemha. No passengers, looking forward to meeting. Oh my god, there's so much radio BS when you get trapped like this. Ebonite is a new city. Arrive in 11 hours, going 120 east-southeast. East-southeast. So Ebonite's probably Kirioth. Oh my god. Wow, that's signal strength. Jeez. Zircon Tarek will arrive in approximately 15 hours, going speed 90. That sounds like it. Zircon is probably... Or no, Tarek. Tarek is that strike group. So they're lifting off. And moving north. They passed by us. Yeah, ooze. The zircon is ooze. Man, I wonder if we could hit them. Look at how narrow that range is, though. Without knowing where they're going, it's really not worth it. It's very hard to use missiles appropriately in this game, honestly. But here's Nightfall, finally. I think let's take on Kua.
Orders confirmed. We are headed to the objective now.
Come back in one piece.
4 units.
Missile away. Kill confirmed. Missile away. Kill confirmed.
There we go. He's still got guns.
Target destroyed.
There we go. Toasted them both. Okay. Step 1 mullet. Nope, fuel tanks. Damn.
Beginning final approach. Fire reverse thrusters. 500 meters. 300 meters. 100 meters. Everyone get ready. Touchdown confirmed. Landing complete.
No ability to repair them. I don't have the missiles on hand. Although, wait a minute. What are they selling? They're not selling anything I need. There's a Tarkon here, which is nice. Okay, the whole group's here. Some supplies. Mount some missiles. Mount some missiles on him. Mount some missiles on him. How many do we have left? We've still got 17 Zenith missiles, so we're in pretty good shape. And then we have a Tarkon to meet. You're surprised to see an odd group of people approaching you. The game where we fly 50,000-ton bricks of steel. Yes, that is this game. It is very strange, but also very fun. A dozen men well armed and clad in assault armor. Their cuirasses and faces bear the marks of overly long military service, and their gold stars are polished to a shine in the arms they bear while scuffed glisten with fresh grease. Ishu is a religious figure, so that would be a faith thing. The Empire, though, is a military power, and so I may be able to get some, also brutal. Yes, it is. It is an extremely brutal game. Having a pretty good run so far, although I'm still very much at the beginning. Let's try that. He is a proud Romani. That gives us some pull with him. That gives us some fleet morale. His name is Yemelyan Gulyaev. Colonel of the Airborne Forces, how did you end up here? His eyes darken. He lets out a bitter chuckle before he speaks. After His Majesty, your father... ... abandoned us all here. Neither I nor my men have had any further connection to the Airborne Forces. A soldier without an army. I'll be honest with you, I'm a Tarkhan too, after all. I see. We're assaulting Kiva. Would you care to join us? Speak your mind. He's a Romani and a warrior. Probably if we put up the war, he'll be in favor of that. Appreciates force. Good. Appreciate respect, probably? He's not afraid of me. But he likes that I respect him. Now, unfortunately, both of these were just worth 1 point. And so if I use them again, they won't give me anything. And I've only got 3 turns left total. So probably rather than risk losing points and getting him away from liking me, makes sense to just end the talks. Note at some point they made these sometimes randomized in terms of what Tarkin likes. They did, and that is definitely true. But, you know, I mean, the only thing that I had to go on was the fact that he was a soldier. Hopefully they didn't, you know, create the soldier guy and have it randomized where he is a outspoken pacifist. But of course it could be possible. Whew. Let's end the talks. Have you decided? Will you join us? I will join you gladly, Grand Duke. Other Tarkans? Rumors of a Tarkan living to the northwest. Appreciated. Alright. Some things will always be set in stone, though. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Alright. We have fuel, so I guess we're fueling. Let's go to the shipyard real quick. Is this negative of any use to us? Probably just a bunch of... It has some radar. And fire control radar. If I sell him, what's he worth? Oh, he's got some Zenith missiles. 68,000. That would almost double my... He's got close-in weapon system. Yeah, take out missiles. And he's got D-80 mullets, the 130mm cannons. Well, we'll keep him for now, and we'll sell him later, maybe. We gotta get out of here pretty quickly, though, because that strike group is gonna be coming back from Uz sooner or later. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Something like that ought to be about right. Okay, we got a radio signal. Oh, they switched their codes up. This is a bottom fighter through and through the end, but has armor in not proper places, making it more of an annoying ship to fight. Not great to have yourself. Yeah, I'll probably just sell it. In fact, it probably makes sense to sell it and not waste fuel moving it around, honestly. Okay, we've got... So Kirioth is probably Ebonite. Let's see if we can make Ebonite work here. Oh yeah, Ebonite looks like it works here. Yes. That should do it. ETA 11 hours, speed 120. That is a transport. Well, they're headed toward Kirioth, but we can't get there first. Harvest the zeniths and sell the body. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Alright. Okay, there's the zeniths. I think my Intrepids are using the 130mm cannons. Yeah. It might be good to pull some of those off then. Spare parts. Sprints. Oh yeah, the intercepting missiles. Yeah, that's a very good idea, actually. I hope you don't mind if we harvest your ship, Tarkon. That looks like all of it. Alright, now we sell it. It'll be worth a lot less, but yeah. There we go. It'll save us on fuel. And give us enough cash that we can get lots and lots of fuel. Let's see how much we can load up before something starts to poke at us. Come on, come on, come on. Another damned radio signal. 38mm guns are basically useless, though if you stack a lot of fire rounds on them, you can be stuck on point defense duty. Yeah, the 38mm doesn't do much at all, except for taking out missiles. Which is why I pretty much only have them on, like, the big ships that are really vulnerable to missiles. Travel speed Ebonite from Yenisei. Yenisei is a cargo ship. Travel speed blah, flying east-southeast, so they're going from Kem to Kirioth. We probably can't intercept them. We don't know what their speed is, but it's 2 digits. But even that, the Sevasto can only go 109, so we're not going to overtake them. Oh well. Despite what others say, I find incendiary useful as ships at most have 2 to 3 fuel. Yeah, ship on fire with no FSS is a ticking time bomb. Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, I haven't really used it that much. But now we have cash. I wonder if he's selling any. Some proximity fuse might be nice. Although, it has so little penetration, maybe not. Oh, I see what's happening here. It's like fuel, they're... yeah. Incendiary 100. He doesn't have the incendiary 130. Yeah, you know, honestly, I don't have a whole lot of, yeah. I don't have a whole lot of experience with alternate ammos, honestly. Oh, I have laser-guided 180? I can get rid of that. .130, 130, 220 incendiary for some reason as well, which I'll just get rid of. And then I have 100mm prox fuse for some reason. If you harvest ammo a lot, you might have some useless rounds. That's actually a really good point that I often... I played this game a while back, and then I like stopped for a long time, and then I came back to it, and I completely forgot that this ammo sale thing was over here at all. Yeah. I've got some laser guided and armor piercing 130, which is probably all I really want at this point. So yeah, we'll just exit here. Alright, let's get out of here before that strike group starts up again. Laser guided is niche, but in good heads is strong. Be careful, you're shooting a lot of cash per shot. Yeah. It's one of those things that I might not ever actually use, except in an emergency, but it's not... If I have the cash, I might as well have a little bit of it around just for the fun of it. Again, I have almost no experience using the alternate ammos in this game. It's like the detail that I always forget. Weak signal. There's that strike group. Travel speed, course south-southeast? Or no, probably east-southeast. It could be either. Fomalhaut. Do we know what city that is? Oh, Fomalhaut is Haran. Okay, cool. That strike group is getting further away from us. I'm gonna turn radar back on. The point of laser guided is to hit the same point on a ship over and over again. More damaging AP rounds, so to speak. I see. Interesting. Okay, let's get those Intrepids and the Skylark up.
We are present for memory.
Roger that. Good luck. Warning, radar emission detected.
Oh, hell. Oof, they got quite a group here. Extra small detail, the bands you select do matter on what you might be contacting. From the left to right, the bands are civilian, military, and SOS. Yeah, I did notice that there is some kind of thing to them, but at the same time... Where is he? Oh, there they are.
Missile launched. The enemy has been destroyed. Target destroyed.
Whoa! Shoot!
Fuel tanks are on fire.
Got him on a crossfire. That's nice.
The enemy has been destroyed. Target destroyed.
Ooh, we got them all. We're in range of a strike group, but they should be going the wrong way. Or maybe they're not. Who knows? Survivors. Yeah, you're probably right. Enemy communications mention a Tarkan ship far west of Kirioth with armed escort. Or no, they're demanding everybody have an armed escort wall.
Beginning final approach. Fire reverse thrusters. 500 meters. 300 meters.
Yeah, I guess they were headed to the city where I had landed a while back. Seneschal House Sayadi, deeply devoted to His Majesty, overjoyed to see the Grand Duke. Yeah, I'm at Eland 4, I know. Accept invitation. What do we get? A longbow. 2 more Romani points. 2 fleet morale. That's too much time for repairs. Okay, things are about to get very very dangerous. Let's see what we can do with it, though. Oh, they're a 30-degree group. I see. Shoot. How do I... It has been so long since I've done this. Does the city have aircraft munitions in it? This particular city? Let's check it. Yeah, he does. I see, I already sent them out though. Hold on a minute, this is going to be a little bit... There's 130 incendiary. We'll get some of that while I'm here. There they are. All right. Switch to the Sevastopol. Give me 2 shots on this strike group. Now.
We are headed to the objective now.
Come back in one piece.
This might not work, actually. Let's retreat. We need to bring them back and load them up with rockets, I guess, right?
We're returning to one over. Over.
Roger
Okay.
that.
Oh, is that... Oh, that's what happened. There's a group there. A freaking... It was a transport group.
Orders confirmed. We are headed to the objective now.
Come back in one. Thermal signature detected.
Heat targets. Alright, we have incoming missiles, probably. From 2 directions.
Thermal signature detected.
Yep.
Missile away.
Did I not fire those missiles? I guess I didn't fire those missiles.
Thermal sig- Missile away. Missile launched. Thermal signature detected. Attention. Visual contact. Missile away.
Minor damage. Aircraft take 12 hours to refill. Well, damn. I still have some in my... Wait, that's the Sevastopol. Why is the Sevastopol flying out that way?
Attention. Visual contact. Missile away. The enemy has been destroyed.
1. A good hit on another one.
Over.
Roger that.
Okay, there's that. No, not the skylight, the longbow. We'll send in the remaining 2 that I used to. I used too many to scout is the problem. Clear the map up. Yeah, that's fine. I've got 2 more KH-15s. That I might be able to make happen. Oh, there go the rockets. Two more missiles at them.
Missile launched. Kill confirmed.
Another one down. Did some damage, but didn't kill. Alright. They've got like 2 ships left. That's a cargo group named Baikal. And they're headed to Sapphire.
Attention, visual contact.
They got 2 Griffins. Switch to HE is R. Okay, good to know. Where are they at? Lost 9 crew, but that's not too bad. Probably survivors. Fuel tank. MR 500 and ammo. Okay, not bad. Pick up that fuel. And we need to find the next place to get repairs, which would be Chem. We could go to Chem, but let's go to Kirioth first. We can get some minor repairs done. .6. We'll give ourselves 8 hours. Which should be sufficient to do some good. Extra radar, extra barrels. I think we'll even sell this Sarmat. We're just not going to use it. We'll grab some supplies while we're here. 2,000 in 6 hours or 8 hours is probably reasonable. Or maybe I can get a little bit more than that, actually. I can get an extra 1,000. Alright. Let's get the hell out of here. We'll aim for Chem next. Far northwest of Kua. Northwest? Oh no. That's probably Asan. Oh, alright, fine. That's probably good enough there. Scaling bit. Farming's over 2,000 kilometers. Yeah. But I mean, you can also tell from the direction, so it's likely that... But anyway, we've got our major cutscene. Something wrong with the ship. But it's not something wrong with the ship. The colds are here. But fortunately, the colds actually make the game easier for us. The sun didn't rise. Lose some fleet morale. But we have to reassure the men. Address the crew. What are your thoughts, gentlemen? It's a solar eclipse. It's also telling you that you're running out of time. Kind of. Nuclear war to the south could have kicked up a cloud of ash. Enormous cloud. Find myself standing before a massive murmuring crowd. Unfortunately, we don't have order or faith bonuses, so it doesn't matter which one we pick. Failed. The crowd barely pays me any mind. Our best check here is this one. Check Romani 50%. Dust and ash from the nuclear war have reached us and blotted out the sun. The ashes of our cities have risen up to block out the sun of Gerat. I tell you this, my fellow Romani. I swear to you, this squadron will keep moving forward until we have retaliated against the enemy, and Kiva is ours. We'll seize their plutonium and use it to scorch the cities that betrayed us. And then we rebuild the Empire on the graves of the traitors. Romani check succeeded. We get our morale back. And everyone goes back to their stations.
Warning, radar emission detected.
Element 1, they're still quite a ways off. Element 2, they're still quite a ways off. Alright. They're directly to the north, which means probably in or around Yori. Did I roll into that, or did... Let's see if they move if we give them a little time. Net -1 morale. Yeah, it's not too bad. We're far enough from the main path that they probably won't find us unless they have useful info on us. If it's a... Oh. Oh, what? Oh, I lost the signal. Damn. Tarek is that other strike group. They're headed to Al-Qaid, which I believe is Chem. So we're going to basically have to sit here for a while if we don't want to take on another group. We're going to start seeing them coming in from... Oh, for goodness sakes, game. Chem Kiryath Zemaraim carrying no cargo require provisions. Oof. That's a cargo group that we could do something with. If we were very lucky. And then we could go to Yori or something if we don't... Well, they're going to probably give us an alarm. This is extremely dangerous. We don't need the money. We don't need the money. Chem is too dangerous. Yeah, Zemaram is a priority target. Although they've already used some of their stuff on us. Fleet issues, yeah. I mean, I think what we'll do is we'll go for Yori first. Things they use on you are not from those cities. Always? Interesting. I mean, they might have had a strike group. Oh, we've got someone to the north. Very close, too. Info, yeah. Okay, let's see what we can do here.
Warning, radar emission detected.
Yeah, I know. Oh, multiple radar emissions. But the danger's not going up. There it went up and then back down. Someone was at Yori, and now he's out of the way. Now there's a group 240 at Chem. Yeah, I know. That's that group that we just got radio from, that they were headed to Chem. But they're a mobile group, so they'll either find us or not. Alright. We've got a group from Kua heading to Chem, which is a target, that is to say, a cargo group. Oh, for goodness sakes. Another group headed to Tourmaline, which we have not identified as a city. Yeah, the permanite helps with not having to time our attacks on things. Now the question is that group at Chem going to head north to Yori, or are they going to head south somewhere else? It'd be really nice if that alert level went down, but it's going up. Are we detected? No. They switched... Arg. They switched stuff again. Zemaraim is probably... It could be Tourmaline. No. It can't be Tourmaline. I need something with... It could be Ebonite, maybe? No, it can't be Ebonite. Can't be Sapphire. Can't be Quartz. It's not Al-Qaid. Doesn't match any of the... Come on. No, it's not Procyon. It's a city name at the first one. And it's 7 letters. Crap. Oh no, it could be Ebonite, actually. Yeah, it's Ebonite. There we go. Arrival in 7 hours from Buffoon. That's a cargo group. They're so...
Thermal signature detected.
Oh, we got incoming. Maybe. Looks like it's on a beeline directly toward us. It's not changing bearing at all. Oh wait, it just changed a little bit. Oh, it's changing. It's not headed toward us. Yeah, it went off.
Attention. Visual contact.
Oh, they're there. They did find us. Okay, here we go. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. There we go. Woo. Lost some crew, but wow. Oh hell. Oh, that's interesting. Radioactive. That's very uncommon. I guess we're gonna need crew protection anyway. Get the fuel tanks. Survivors. Ammunition. Okay. Well, now we can head to Chem. And we can send our faster stuff that way. Oh, but we're gonna want to wait until Silent Strike is possible again. That takes care of all of the local strike groups, thankfully. Werewolf is headed to less than 1 hour following the route Chem, whatever. Oh my god, another one. Ebonite. Cargo ship. timer on this one isn't even working. Because it, like, popped up while I was working on the other one. That's a cargo group. Oh my god. There's Baikal, which is another cargo group. They're all headed to Chem. Oh my god. Just skip it. That's that same group. Something glitched out.
Warning, radar emission detected.
Are you kidding me? Another group? Oh my god. Oh, they switched things again. And nuts. Okay, we cleared that one. Level 2, level 3. There's so many groups here making noise. It's these same two groups over and over again. Registry, I think it's glitched out. There's a bunch of stuff headed for Chem. And we also have a group that's tracking us, a strike group hunting us. Even though I've killed 2 of them recently. Yeah, you see the level glitching there? There's something funky happening. Can I use my longbow? But even if I use my longbow, I don't think I gain much from it. Yeah, I'm getting the same message. Medical treatment for something. This is crazy. Yeah, it's these 2 groups that are just trying to... I think these 2 are glitched. I mean, I've gotten through the main campaign once a long time ago, and then I didn't play the game for a long time. And as you can see, I'm very much near the beginning of this one. I started over at the start of this session, which I guess I'm almost done with. Okay, I'm just gonna let that go. Okay. It's back up north. Thermal signature. It's floating off in some random direction, though. Yeah, that's another strike group. Or that's someone headed to Yori. But it wasn't an enemy group, or if it was, it didn't have radar. Okay, we're clear. It's time for us to head to Chem. Alright, 3 Intrepids and a Skylark. That should do it.
We have presence 1 enemy.
Roger that. Good luck.
Be quiet. Okay, we're back to relatively easy stuff.
Missile away. Missile away. Kill confirmed. The enemy has been destroyed.
Jeez. Finally, some good news. No survivors to worry about, so we'll just grab the ammunition and the fuel. We'll grab the Vimple. Captain's cabin.
Presence 1 enemy. Over.
Alright.
Roger that.
Tarkin ship's far northwest of Kim. Okay, fine. I guess we'll search the radio room too, because why not? Okay. We'll dock 1 Intrepid to start.
Fire reverse thrusters. Beginning final approach. 500 meters.
We're gonna try to put him in that 341
300 meters.
directly below us.
100 meters. Throwing it ready. Touchdown confirmed.
That's 1.
Landing complete.
We are in the middle of the chaos. Bad news, Grand Duke. Lord Governor has ordered every strike group to move to Kiva. If we take too long to reach it, he'll amass his entire fleet there, and then assault will be very impossible. The darkness, and it's getting colder every day. I have more than noticed, my Duke. I check the thermometers at 6 o'clock every day, or every night. If this continues, we could be in trouble. Can't make heads or tails of any of this. Alright. Repairs. Do it. Next up, the other Intrepid should be put into the docks, if I
Fire reverse
can.
thrusters.
That 396 is tantalizing over there. Come on.
300 meters.
Come on, stay upright. 20,
100
10.
meters. Throwing it ready. Touchdown confirmed.
That's another ship we can fully repair and rearm. And now the one that's left is the Sevastopol. Can we land it?
Fire reverse thrusters. Beginning final approach.
I might be able to get those two 224s. They might be just the right distance apart.
500 meters. 300 meters.
Maybe not. Damn it.
100 meters. Everyone get ready.
Okay, we're gonna cancel this landing. It's not gonna work. But we can at least do some repairs while we wait. Is this your current fleet exclusively the ships you started with? No, I got a longbow just a little bit ago. We'll give ourselves about 30 hours. We'll sell that. We'll keep those. Everything else is good. Okay, hopefully we've fixed the radio problem. A new code. Tourmaline, maybe? Yeah, it's Tourmaline. Average speed 90, heading south with cargo. Heading south from Zemaraim to Isa. But we don't know the call sign, unfortunately. But it looks like Tourmaline is probably Isa. So that at least gives us a little extra information. It's not really actionable, but I'll take what I can get. Another freaking... Zemaraim, Isa, Nimrud. So he's going further south. Nimrud and Getty. And his call sign is Mirage. That is actually helpful. Goodness, come on, game. Moving something, main cargo ore. Calling Obsidian, which we don't know what city that is. That's fine. Oh, for God's sake. Ebonite. Sultan. And that's another cargo group. Yeah, there's a ton of cargo ships around here, and they're just radioing all over the place. Zemaraim, Mary. Yeah, they're headed north. Okay, we still need 13 hours. So we may as well top up that and grab anything useful here. Okay. Yeah, they're all in the same place, and they're all yammering about the same stuff. Osprey is another call sign. And that's probably another cargo ship. Oof, this is going to be real close. There's Ozone. Route Issa Zemaraim something Resht. Probably Mari. We've got all this information, we can't use it for anything. Okay, we've got... Okay, the enemy knows we're here. A few hours to finish repairs, and we'll get the hell out of here. There we go. Alright. Maybe take out a fleet HQ. Where are we trying to get to? Far northwest of Kua. So that would probably be Asan. Which we could go there. But it might be better if we take a path and maybe gain some goodies along the way. Alright. Fine. We'll try it. Oops, I missed a radio signal. That's alright. Okay, no sign of any enemies. So we'll send in some Intrepids and see what we can do with them. One of those hidden cities lined up with the gap north of Uz. I don't think so. They were way further to the south. Okay, hold on. Okay, 2 ballistics and a flower. And they're awake.
Missile launched.
Timing up.
Kill confirmed. The enemy has been destroyed.
Took some more structural damage from that missile, but we're alright. No losses. Some damage. Gotta figure out how to run this. Survivors need to be done pretty quickly. We're gonna lose that Vimple regardless. We can get that thing. Transport ship. Alright. Jeez, that was close. Give me the AK. We have two rescue things going on at the same time. Ammunition. Ammunition.
Mission complete. We are planning to fund it.
Fuel tanks. Radio room. Fine. Okay, this group needs to make it back over here. Or no, not... No, cancel that. They need to pick up that fuel. Okay. Near the city, we discovered a smooth level platform dotted with low concrete doom. Have you played much with the Lightning? I love them for strike groups. If I have, it was when I was playing this game way back in the day, so... I don't actually know. Smooth level platform dotted with low concrete domes, top of the head... Oh, we got missile silos. The Gathering. Our enemy's nuclear arsenal is larger than we expected. Get these missiles out. Okay, let's do that. Oh, that's a lot of missiles. Holy Toledo. Oh, and they're such a pain to use, too. This guy needs some fixing. And it can't be landed until it has its legs back. Okay, that should be enough to get it started. Game saved. Can now reload the campaign from this point at any time. Why aren't they grabbing that fuel? They're not grabbing the fuel, damn it. Oh well.
Over.
Roger that.
Okay, the repairs, the basic repairs are done. No, they're not. What's going on here? Did I forget to hit OK? Is that what happened? Damn. Alright, fine. Oh, they were full on fuel. That makes sense. Okay, there we go. Still have 12 hours of repairs to do. May as well grab fuel while we're there. Clear that. 10 hours. 8 hours. 6. We're dangerous now. We're gonna try to get that repair done. Ah, they sent a message out. Okay, fine. We're gonna have to run. Okay, what's our situation look like? We have 2 very damaged Intrepids, but 2 fresh. So probably what we want to do is move away from here so that strike groups don't bug us. Asan is probably the next place we want to hit. So we'll go there. Oh, we're still repairing? 2 more hours. Uragan. It's probably another cargo group. Just give me 2 hours without radio garbage. There, alright. Let's go over here. Okay. Take the 2 clean Intrepids and a Skylark. Attack.
Roger that. Godspeed.
Alright.
Missile away. Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed.
2 down. Good start. Down. Oh, it's so close. There we go. We got him. We love the slogger when it gets hit and starts spinning like a top. I mean, anytime the guys I'm up against start spinning like a top, I'm happy. Sheesh. Oop, someone finally leveled up. Maneuverability. Okay, now we gotta do this. Survivors have a lot of time. The most urgent thing is the fabs. We can sell those. Then probably the Sarmat, just to sell it. The reason why you're not getting levels is your ships are worth a lot more compared to theirs. Oh. I didn't know that had an effect. That's actually really interesting. Huh. So that Intrepid Mark IIc design that I came up with, I may have to bring it down a little bit in goodness, in value, for the next run, maybe. Do that. Honor goes up much slower if your ship out value is there. I had no idea that was the case. Alright, there we go. Alright, cool. Alright, I think we're going to call it here for tonight. It's getting late and I need to get some sleep. But thank you very much, guys, for dropping in and giving me some useful information. A cheap ship killing a costly one gains much more honor. Okay, yeah, I had no idea that was the case. I thought that honor was just like, you know, number of kills or you know, something like that. But if that's the case, then what I need to do is I need to go in and I need to strip down my Intrepids a bit, because they're a little, I guess they're overpowered, you know? So anyway. Guys, thank you very much for dropping in and chatting. It has been, is it explained anywhere? Nope, for some reason. You know, that has been a trend with recent games, is just the documentation is completely absent, and it really bugs me sometimes. Especially for games with a lot of subtleties in them like this one. So, anyway. That was fun. Next week I will probably be back to running MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. Another game that is missing a lot of documentation. And, yeah. Thanks for dropping by, everybody. And, hope you all have a good weekend. My biggest tip that helped me a ton is retrofit the Sevastopol. I remove the armor, add a flight deck, replace the big guns with fuel tanks. Interesting. See, the problem with that is that my strategy for dealing with strike groups is usually to use the Sevastopol, in which case the armor is actually kind of helpful, as well as the big guns. But yeah, maybe I'll have to edit my playing style a little bit. But like using the Sevastopol as a strike group killer has worked pretty well for me, honestly. It has lots of missiles, it has anti-missiles, and it has those big old guns. And it's, you know, a fairly stable platform to fire from. Most turn Sevastopol into a carrier. I've never tried it. I should try it. That's an interesting idea. I usually don't fiddle too much with designs in game, but rely more on planes and missiles. Yeah, they're hard enough to use, or they're poorly. I understand them poorly enough that I'm hesitant to experiment with them too much. But I should probably try that more. Yeah, on strike groups. Yeah. If I could get another missile boat, then I could throw some more missiles at those strike groups too. If you don't mind file messing, you can make any ship you like, even custom ones, into your flagship. Yes, that's true. I mean, that's maybe a little bit more than I'm aiming to do, but yeah, I haven't played much that with like there's that standalone building thing tool. I haven't played around with that much, so maybe I should try that too. Because you know, you could always get rid of the Sevastopol. I learned most by playing easy and trial and error save scumming. Yeah, I've mostly been playing the game on normal, and I've learned a lot, but at the same time, I haven't experimented that much, so. It's a time-consuming game, so I haven't been doing a whole lot of trial and error either. So, you know, I'll have to try out the planes again, because those are actually useful if you actually have ammo for them, which I've been not doing, which explains why they haven't been working for me. Yeah, maybe I should play some easy runs and give that a shot and see what happens. Because, yeah, I don't know. I guess I started playing on normal, and then after I had beaten the game once on normal, I was like, I don't need to play easy. But it would be a good learning experience, and then I could just do trial and error, which does make a lot of sense. All right. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. And, yeah, have a great weekend. And I will see you guys later. It's a hard game. I couldn't get close to the beating until I spent some time in easy. GG's. I had a really, really good run early on. Like, this was probably 2 years ago when I was still kind of pretty new to the game. And I had this really amazing run where I got to Kiva and I won Kiva. And then, like, the stuff that happens after, to kind of minimize spoilers, I also managed to do all of that as well. So I was pretty happy with that. Anyway, GG's, guys. Thanks for sticking by. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And, yeah, have a good weekend. Later, everybody.